All right, Mr. R.P. Goyal joins us now, Director of Finance with NHPC. Mr. Goyal, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Now, Q2 was particularly impacted by floods and Q3, Q4 are seasonally weak quarters. Given that there is a bit of a weather and seasonality which is at play, what should one expect for FY24?
Uh, During FY24, we are expecting that our generation will be lower by 2000 million units. And in terms of percentage term, it will be around 8 to 10% lower in comparison to last year. But there will no much impact on financials because excess generation in over and above the design energy results in is paid at 1 rupee 20 paisa. So financial impact will not be much.
No, understood, sir. But Mr. Goyal, if you could repeat that generation figure, the growth that you're looking at for the entire year, miss that out.
Our generation will be lower by 2000 million units in comparison to last year. And in percentage term, it is around 8%.
200 million units lower on a year-on-year basis and 8% lower as well. But you know, Mr. Goyal, the big re-rating factor for NHPC was the capacity addition. When do you see yourself hitting that 10 gigawatt mark?
Our present capacity is 7,000 million megawatt, and we expect that by end of 27 will be double. Our capacity will be 14,000 megawatt by end of FY27.
Okay, so capacity will double by the end of the year FY27. You are looking at a 14 gigawatt kind of mark. But how large a part solar energy will play in this next leg of capacity addition for yourself?
We are not much aggressive on solar front. We are taking selective projects only, keeping our return on equity at least 12%, because tariff is the issue, and we are not going below that 12% mark. So we are doing 1200 megawatt capacity at present, which will be commissioned by FY25.
Okay, and what about pump storage? What kind of an opportunity is this presenting for you?
We are working on 8 to 10 pump storage projects, and we have already submitted PFR of 4 5 pump storage projects to the CA, and we expect that within 1.5 year period, at least 2 projects will start.
About Parbati and Subhansiri specifically, can you tell us what the commissioning pipelines are?
For Parbati, there is no uncertainty now. It will be completed by September 24, because we have already made through that excavation tunnel, and lining of 3 kilometer tunnel is only left out. So it is expected that by September 24 it will be completed. So, and so far Subhansiri is concerned, we are geared up to commission 2 units by March 24, and balance 6 units will be completed by May 25, one by one.
Okay, so that's the update on Subansiri as well as Parbati as well. But talk to us about your dividend policy as well, because that's been one lucrative thing for the investors. Are you looking at perhaps increasing the dividend payout?
We have a very clear defined dividend policy, and we pay 30% of PAT or 5% net worth, which is higher. So we will maintain that policy, and we will be paying dividend at the rate of 5% of our net worth.
5% of the net worth as well is what you're looking at. But just talk to me about the pump storage business that you talked about. 8 to 10 is something that you said is in the pipeline. But in terms of the revenue accretion, what could it scale up to? Because this is still something which is in a bit of a pilot stage. The entire technology is evolving fast there as well. What could be the revenue potential, and which geographies are you targeting for pump storage?
Revenue will be at the rate of hydro itself. We are keeping return on equity 16.5%, and the total tariff is coming in the range of 8 rupees. We have just now estimated the tariff of our one of the pump storage project, that is in Rasagar Omkareshwar in Madhya Pradesh, and its generation tariff is coming around 5 rupees, and the input energy cost will be in the range of 2 rupees 75 paisa. So overall tariff will be 8 rupees, and we are very much hopeful to start this project within 1.5 year period.
Much of your current production is already tied up by PPPs, and how much of that you can sell in the merchant market?
We are 100, under our total capacity tied up with the long-term PPA.
Which means
And-
technically you will have no advantage of any uptick in power prices.
Yes, we believe in long-term PPA.
But is that a good strategy? I mean, long-term PPA, I know it's a great idea, but given that 2-3 years there is a shortage of power,
Have a steady earning, long-term PPA is better.
so how much? What's your spread in the long-term PPA?
It is for 40 years of total life of the project.
And what is the average cost of borrowing? Because what differentiates a electricity company or a utility company is not how much you sell at what rate you borrow. What is your rate of borrowing?
Our rate of borrowing is around 7.5% overall.
Okay, and would you be looking at going global, get debt via the global market because the rate of interest there is lower?
We are tying for JPY loan in current financial year to the tune of 1,000 crore. But since availability of debt in domestic market is much available, we are not much keen on foreign loan.
And before I let you go, I think THDC etc. is already merged into, and there continues to be this, entire murmur around perhaps a probable, merger with SJV and etc. as well. Any clarity that you could give us on that?
Also heard through media only, and there is no specific proposal at present under consideration of the company.
I think if it is brought to the floor of the parliament or even minister, do you think there would be a merit in perhaps SJVN and NHPC becoming one entity?
Since availability of cash will be the issue, if government gives some concessions, only then it will happen. Otherwise, it will not happen.
Okay, sir. On that note, we let you go. Appreciate you making time and speaking with us. So that's the latest coming in for NHPC. There will be a drop of generation by 7 to 8% on a year-on-year basis, but capacity expansion remains on track. And that, of course, is the key talking point why NHPC has seen quite a bit of rally. In fact, let's pull up the YTD chart and see. Because, of course, some of these power stocks have had a great run this year. NHPC, of course, was one of those public sector entities that did well as well. So a 30% gain, not a completely re-rating of sorts, but a 30-31% kind of gain is what we have seen in the year so far as NHPC is concerned. But let's shift focus and talk about what else is happening.